What's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the most important thing you need to succeed as a trader. Hands down, this is number one. Let's jump into it. Self-belief. 2 words, self-belief, but so powerful. Now, before you click off this video, I need you to listen to what I say because I guarantee you at the end of this video, you're going to walk away with something. Self-belief is hands down the most important thing you need to become a successful trader. Because if you don't believe in it, who is going to believe in it for you? You know, trading is one of those things that is so difficult. And if you don't have that self-belief, you're not gonna get there. Because if you don't have the self-belief in yourself, you're not gonna backtest, you're not gonna journal, you're not gonna do the things you need to do every single day to get there because you don't believe in yourself and you consider it wasted time. I've had so many friends start the trading journey. Oh, I wanna make this money, I wanna do this, do this. They put in the work for a month, 2 months, 3 months, see no results whatsoever tangibly, and then they quit. And then here they are years later, telling me, oh my God, I wish I just stuck with it. So it's one of those things that you have to have the self-belief right from the beginning. Little story about when I started. I, for some reason, believed in myself like no other. The second I saw what was possible with trading, I didn't even know about trading until I was like 23 or 22 years old, which was crazy. I knew what it was, but it never came to mind that I could do that successfully. As you know, I played a high level of hockey, had a hockey scholarship, got hurt. That was kind of my dream. So then after that period, I went through a period where I didn't know what I wanted to do next. I was working at the bank and I thought my dream in life now was going to be climbing the corporate ladder, which I can't even imagine where I would be if I stuck with that crappy dream. But the point is, I had this self-belief in myself that I could achieve this before I even knew much about it. Just because I don't know what it was. I don't know if God placed this thought in my head, because the belief I had for myself was so strong at the beginning that even when I was getting absolutely cooked in the markets, and I mean losing after losing after losing after losing, putting in so much work, sleepless nights, I've talked about this so many times before, it really was unhealthy, but it got me to where I am now. I still had this self-belief, and there was never a moment in time where I didn't think I was going to achieve what I have now or get to where I am now. Sure, there were times where it was super difficult and I was frustrated. That's going to happen. But the self-belief part is hands down number one. You cannot get anywhere in life without believing you can do it, because no one's going to believe in you at the beginning. You know, the people closest to me that I thought were going to believe in me didn't at all. The only person who did and saw the vision was my fiance. And I have a wonderful, amazing story that I will break down one day. I'll jump on a video with her and we can talk about our journey. And she can explain what it was like watching me go through this process from the beginning to where it is now, and how much she helped me at the beginning. It'll be an amazing video, and I will release this one day in the future, maybe this year. But the people around you aren't going to believe in you, and you just have to know that. And you also have to know your parents most likely aren't going to believe in you either. And that one hurt me a lot at the beginning, like a lot, because I believed so much. Like, why couldn't they believe in me? You know what I mean? And I realized looking back at it now, they just obviously cared for me and they wanted me to succeed. And it's a whole new thing, you know, making money online to parents, especially 4 or 5 years ago, was unheard of, right? They're like, what the heck? No, you went to university, now you have your job, blah, blah, blah. Now, you know, I make money online, my sister's making money online, like they're so normalized by it and they think it's the coolest thing in the whole world. They're big supporters of my YouTube channel. Like it's cool how the unknown is sometimes something that they just don't want to, you know, they don't want to experience, and it makes sense, right? So if you're someone right now and your parents don't believe in you, they will eventually once you show them the tangible results, right? It's one of those things that even you don't see the tangible results for years, right? Because you're putting in all this work and you're not getting anywhere financially, but you know you're getting there as a trader. You know, if you're watching this video, drop a like right now for how many times you thought you were about to break through, and then unfortunately you hit a losing streak or you just weren't quite there yet. You know, trading is one of those things. There's a bamboo analogy where I think it's a bamboo tree. It grows for years below the surface, or maybe a couple months before the surface, before you can even see it. It's either 6 months or a year. And then out of nowhere, it grows like a foot in one day or something crazy, because you'd look at that piece, you'd look at the ground and be like, oh, there's nothing growing here, right? But underneath, it's been growing like crazy and doing all the processes it needs for then when it breaks through the surface, it's a big bamboo tree, right? So it's a pretty cool analogy, because with trading, I feel like yeah, there's success stories of people who get successful trading, in a couple months, which is extremely rare. For me, it took a couple years. But then once you get to that point, it's just like a rocket ship up, because at the end of the day, it's pattern recognition, right? We're just recognizing patterns on the charts based off human behavior, right? Buying low, selling high, supply demand levels, just human psychology in a whole. We get to witness it on a chart. So by seeing the consistent patterns over and over and over again, and then whipping up your trading plan and finding your edge, you're able to become a successful trader. I feel like success in the markets comes with time as well, right? Like I could go, for example, go to one of my best friends who doesn't trade, give them my exact trading strategy, and yeah, they could look at the chart and be like, oh yeah, but then when you go to apply it real time, it's like there's no chance. You just haven't seen it enough. And looking at the charts over and over and over again every single day, over the period of years, you're gonna understand what to do, right? It's like, I use the C-Bum analogy, right? So C-Bum gives me a workout plan, his exact one that he uses. I use it for 3-4 months. I'm not gonna become looking like C-Bum. That's just not how it's gonna go. He's been working out for a decade or more every single day, right? So you need to have the material, but you also have the self-belief, because the self-belief is gonna be what's gonna get you there, right? Because if you don't believe in yourself, you're not gonna do all of the things you need to do. You're not gonna backtest, you're not gonna journal, you're not gonna do the things you need to do to get your edge to then find success in the markets. Because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to, because no one else's belief in you is gonna get you waking up early in the morning. No one else's belief in you is going to get you through the hard times, because at the end of the day, it's just us. Like, reflecting back on my journey, I've talked about this before. I was working full time. I was in university as well while I was learning how to trade. And I literally would come home from work and learn how to trade for a couple hours. Then I would wake up for London session at like 1:30 in the morning, My fiance's belief in me wasn't there, you know what I mean? It's not like she's sitting with me, the friends who started to believe in me, it's not like they were sitting with me. It was just me. It was just me on my kitchen table, pitch blackout, no one awake, waking up and losing, or waking up and winning, and no one else's belief in me was getting me through the day. Like, it's one of those things that, it's like that thing people say, don't tell people your goals, because it releases dopamine in your head. And sometimes that dopamine release in your head for some people is enough, and they don't actually go and achieve the goals. That's why you'll notice some people like to talk a lot, but then they don't actually follow through with what they're gonna do. That's something I used to do before, but I still would obviously do it. But now I'm trying to keep more goals to myself and then just talk about them later on, because I find it's a lot easier mentally, and you can just kind of go at your own pace. But it starts with self-belief. And I hope if you watch this video, you understand what I mean, and I hope you watched it all the way to the end, because if you're watching this video, you believe in yourself, because you wouldn't be looking at trading content if you don't believe you can achieve it, unless you're some hater who just lurks around on YouTube and comments hate on YouTube messages, which is just, you're a waste of a human. But seriously, just believe in yourself, because I know if you're watching this video, you do. And if you're someone who's struggling at the beginning of your journey, just realize it gets better. The best part about this game is just kind of staying in there. It increases your odds of succeeding if you just stay in, because again, the pattern recognition, you're just trading your eyes to succeed and pick up these patterns, and it's a wonderful thing. And if you're at the end of your journey, or not the end of your journey, obviously there's never an end, but if you broke to profitability, if you broke to consistency and you're doing a lot better, etc., you know exactly what I'm talking about. The sleepless nights and putting in all this effort to see no results, or see negative results, or maybe the beginning when you told your parents you wanted to succeed at trading and they kind of laughed at you or whatever. But it's awesome, because everyone does come around. They do come around, they do see it, and then they will be proud of you. Like mine are. They tell me all the time they're so proud of me, and it means a lot, because I had this self-belief. And there's this quote by this singer, Mike. He says, "The vision is mine, so how could they see?" And it's the truest thing ever, right? Because it manifests in your own mind first. You have to see it, and then you have to believe it, and then it becomes tangible, and people can see it on the real world. There's no such thing as overnight success. We see these people that's, out of nowhere, they're here, but in reality, they were just eating crap for years, behind the scenes, doing everything they can do. And, I think it was Mark Cuban, he said, you only have to be right one time. You can be wrong 100 times with so many business ideas, with so many business ventures. You just have to be right once. And then that one is the one thing that people think, you're an overnight success with. So I'm gonna quit rambling. I hope you enjoyed this little sit down video. Self-belief is number one. And if you enjoyed this video and you believe in yourself, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. What do I say at the end of every single video? Let's be 1% better every single day. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next one.